Run it, baby. Ricky Cheese, baby!
Hey guys, you know who it is. It's your boy Ricky Cheese with the FloridaWrestling.com. I'm here with my boy Alex Wisdom of FL_Wrestling Insight on Instagram. Check it out. You'll thank me later. Anyway, as you know, April 19th at Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida, we've got the KOF, the Kings of Florida, and the debate event. It is going to be crazy good. I can't wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss who we feel the top 5 matches are that you should not want to miss. The top 5 matches that we can't wait to see. And kicking it off, I'm going to let my boy Alex go ahead and start it off for us.
So the first match that we can't wait to see is Lucas Berrios versus Caleb Williams. The reason that this is a top match is because a lot of people may see this and see that Lucas Berrios placed 6th this year and Caleb was a state finalist. But if you were at the state tournament, you would know that Lucas tore his rotator cuff, I believe, and had to medically forfeit to the 6th place match. If it wasn't for that, it's very highly that he would have placed top 3. I think he would have placed top 3.
I think so too. I think I had him ranked number 1 for a good portion of the year, if not the entire year.
And then on Caleb Williams was an underdog going into his weight class in the state tournament, which was a stacked weight class. And he ended up making the state finals with everything against him. Faced a very tough Giovanni Tovar and only ended up with a major decision loss, which, you know, if you actually watched the match, you would understand that the score didn't tell the story of the match. Right. So this is such a big deal because we know how South Day trains their kids. We know the type of energy they bring, the program they have. Lucas Berrios being one of the top middle schoolers in the nation. Like, yes, I said middle school. He's only in 8th grade. Being one of the top middle schoolers in the nation, coming to this event, trying to prove why he's one of the best, not just in his classification, but overall in the whole weight.
Exactly. And while you mentioned South Dade, let's take this time to congratulate Coach Balmaceda on an incredible 32-year career, just total dominance. And also, congratulations to Coach Duck, who was named the new head coach of South Dade. He was the assistant with Coach Vic. Vic is stepping down. He's done it so long, man. It's time. So congratulations to both of those guys. We love you, man. And we can't wait to see what South Dade looks like next year with Coach Duck at the helm. And I believe the name Lugo was bounced around as one of the assistants. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, congrats, Coach Balmaceda. Great seeing you, Coach. I've wrestled alongside your kids before. Just phenomenal program. So congrats again, and congrats to Coach Duck.
For sure, both of them are already in the Hall of Fame. So
100%.
That speaks for itself. All right, so that was the first match. Who's the next match that we just can't wait to see that nobody should miss?
Next match is Kevin McLean versus Kellen Messina. The reason this is such a big deal is because, yes, Kellen Messina is a state champ this year. I don't know if they have wrestled or not because of just South Florida and then North Florida, I believe, or Central Florida. But Kellen Messina is a state champ this year. First state dual champions, Matter Lakes. Tough competitor, super gritty, just an amazing wrestler overall. And Kevin McLean is a 2-time 3rd state placer. Had one of the toughest brackets in 3A. A bunch of studs, and he's just a tough kid. I believe he had the closest match, a 1-point match with the state champ of the weight that year. Ended up dominating the backside.
And he's an undersized 13.
And he's an undersized 13 too.
A lot of those guys are cutting down from 128, 130, I would say. He walks around at 117, 118?
Yeah, 117, 118.
Around with after the state tournament. So yeah, man, he was giving away some weight for sure, weight, strength, but took 3rd twice, man. Kids.
Yeah. And you know, I'm sure Kellen having Coach JD as the 1A representative head coach, and then his assistant coach of choice, Coach Brandon Neifeld, I'm sure they're going to know how to pick apart that match perfectly.
And if they won't, Zach Sherman will step in there.
Exactly. Zach Sherman too. And then Kevin McLean, super tough kid. I don't expect this to be a blowout type of match. I expect a close match. Again, super tough kid, great Flagler Palm Coast program, had a great year this year. So very excited to see what they can do.
Absolutely. Match number 3. What do we got?
Match number 3, Raymond Shaw versus Damian Soto. State champ versus state champ. Raymond Shaw, first state champ under the new head coaches of the George Jenkins program.
Right, because he came from Auburndale.
Yes, exactly. So very excited to see what he can do. One of the athletic specimens of the state of Florida, if you've seen him.
Athletic freak, right?
Yeah, he is an athletic freak. Pinned his kid in the state finals at Gavin Isaacs, which was a number 1, number 2 match. Raymond was the number 2 kid, and he pinned Gavin Isaacs, I believe, in the 2nd period or 1st period. So just goes to show how great of a wrestler he is.
Yep. And they really did good things over there at George Jenkins with him. I
Hmm.
definitely noticed a difference in his style and the way he competed.
Hmm.
So Coach Cerullo and the other coaches over there, good job, man.
Yeah, 100%. And they had state placers this year who another competitor at King of Florida, Jack Lietz,
Yeah.
who's competing. So the 175, 190 combo, both of them is just great to see. And
Nice.
then and with Damian Soto, state champ, one of the most controversial matches, not one of the most controversial match at the state
100%.
tournament this year. But the call went to Damian Soto, so Damian Soto has the right to be called the state champ.
Yeah.
Will be competing. God bless that he came back from his injuries and he's healthy now. And that's what we want to see. I know originally in the beginning he was very 50-50 just because of the injury he had, but now he's back and he's ready to compete with one of the best. And I'm really interested to see how this goes because, if you look at Damian, he's not the size of Raymond Shaw, but what he lacks in the size of Raymond Shaw is the technique, the funkiness. He's all over the place and he knows how to compete.
I can't wait to see that match. That's
Me
going to be
too.
a great match.
I think it's going to be a great match. I'm really excited to see what happens.
I really think that Soto is going out there, even though he's already a state champ. I think that he knows what other people may be thinking or saying about how that all played out. So I
Mhm.
think he's going to step on that mat with a little bit of chip on his shoulder, which he should, and a little bit of something to prove, which I don't think he has anything to prove. But I think we're going to see a damn good match and a very tough Soto in that match.
I agree.
I think he wants to shut everybody up.
I agree. And also the Matter Lakes, competition and intensity. I know Coach JD and Coach Neifeld aren't going to let him go out there with the whatever mindset.
Exactly.
He's there to dominate. He's there to compete.
That's right. That's right, for sure. So that's probably my favorite match, but who else do we got?
So we have a really interesting match and Christian Fretwell versus Ilya Kirinonenko.
Oh
So
yes. That's another good.
Christian Fretwell, four-time state finalist, three-time state champion, I believe Fargo All-American.
Mhm.
Super, super tough kid under the Lake Gibson program.
Northern
Um,
Colorado commit.
North UNC, Northern Colorado. So we have D1 commits, which
Yep.
is the best of the best wrestling you can get at the King of Florida event by Florida representatives. So, what more can you ask for? Going up against a very, very tough Ilya Kirinenko, first year in Florida, 41-0, undefeated freshman state champion.
First
Now,
year in the United States or just Florida?
I don't know if the United States, but first year competing in Florida.
He's from Ukraine.
Yeah, he's from Ukraine. So, 41-0, undefeated state champ. And on paper, you see three-time state champ versus state champ. Well, I'm leaning towards a three-timer. But again, Ilya Kirinenko is from Ukraine, and he is a multiple-time age group national champion. I believe he represented Ukraine at a Spain national tournament. Won the whole thing. Italian national tournament, won the whole thing. So he's not just going against, state guys. He's going up against the best kids in that weight class on the national team for that stage.
Yeah.
Multiple time national champion. So it's very exciting to see what can happen.
Yeah, I think we even talked about this match before. As a matter of fact, I know we did because I had mentioned about, that Christian Fretwell is really big into the freestyle and the Greco, and then we said, but that's what this kid does. That's his main style.
Mhm.
That's what they do over there
Exactly.
in Russia and Ukraine and over in Europe and everywhere. We're the only ones that do folk style. So
Exactly.
that's what he was, cut his teeth on, freestyle and Greco. So it's going to be a very interesting
That
match.
was that was our big argument, or not argument, thoughts on,
Right.
how will his freestyle transitioning cover over to folk style, and he's done perfectly, won a state title with it. But he has the IQ during a match to know the difference with his hips and, where you can control and just wrestling IQ overall. So that's why it's going to be a really interesting match.
Absolutely. So is that the 5?
No, we have one final match,
Let's hear
which
it.
is a very exciting match that we've wanted to happen really badly and glad we got them in. Elijah Castanon versus RJ Phelan. This is a match that I'm very excited for multiple reasons. I've talked to both sides and they're pumped to have it.
Yeah, they want it.
Specifically Phelan's side.
Mhm.
When I talked to RJ's dad, Robert, he is a competitor. He wants his kids to face the best of the best athletes, and he wants them all. I remember when I talked to him, he was like, "Oh, are these kids going to be there? Are these kids going to be there? We want to watch them wrestle. We want to see these guys compete. I want my kids to wrestle." So it's just great to see that he has a competitive spirit. And Elijah Castanon, same way. Seventh grade state champ, beat probably one of the best pound for pound 106s in this state tournament in Eli Jolisower, who's a great wrestler. Seventh grade state champ, has one of the best youth resumes ever. Tulsa national champion multiple times.
He's won everything, man.
Yeah, Reno, everything. He's won everything. And in the grade year, he won a state tournament, dominated in the state finals. Now he's going into his eighth grade year. Let's see what happens. But we do have a very tough RJ Phelan from Lake Gibson, who won a freshman state title this year. Both basically considered underclassmen, just dominating their side of the state tournament, doing great things. It's very exciting to see. I'm very hyped for this match because I know they're both competitors and I know they both really want to wrestle each other.
Who has the edge in that match? Who would you say has the edge?
I don't even think there's an edge. I mean, I know I did talk to Castanon's dad. He said he's going through that growth stage of his life now. But, you watch RJ Phelan wrestle, he's a big 106. Like he's a buff kid. He's a really big kid.
Kid, yeah.
Exactly. So I believe it's going to be a match of inches by the hair.
Yeah.
I do know that, stylistically, maybe things can change, but I don't expect it to be a blowout match.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get too many blowouts at all.
I don't think so either. I
Unless a kid gets caught or, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Those crazy scenarios and maybe like one or two matches, but I think it's going to be a very close dual tournament and a very exciting one too.
Yeah. I think I'm more excited about the fact that we were able to put this together in such a short amount of time. I think I'm more excited about the support that we've gotten. It's picked up a lot of traction. You got 3 or 4 guys, who talk negative, whatever, who cares? We've got so many who really see the vision and what we're trying to do that are supporting it. So it's just really exciting stuff. And this is going to be an annual event, people. This is going to be an annual event. I don't care what happens. We're putting this on every single year. And listen, I've already been contacted by college coaches asking me where they can watch this event. So if you don't think this is, opening eyes and word is going outside of Florida, you're wrong. It is. People want to see this, and they're going to see it. So I'm pumped, man.
I'm very excited for this. Bright future for this tournament on the boys and girls side. Definitely want to get something to happen on the girls side for sure.
We will.
But I'm super excited for what the future holds, and I'm super excited for this tournament. 6 days away, so I can't wait.
Yeah, and everything that we want to improve on that we didn't think maybe was perfect, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna have it all squared away and smoothed out for next season. This year, it's gonna be amazing. I'm very pumped. So, guys, April 19th, Southeastern University. There's only 100 and something tickets left. The place only holds 500. Over 300 tickets were already sold. So, get your tickets now. They're only $10. Again, can't say this enough. We make nothing. Every single penny that this event brings in, from the merchandise sales to the ticket sales to the food sales to everything, is going right back to Southeastern University. Believe me, ask Coach Travis Patrick. He'll let you know. But anyways, it's going to be a great event. Sure, you're there. If you can't catch it, tell them where they can see it live streamed.
If you can't catch it, come to FL_Wrestling Insight on Instagram Live. It's free. You can just click the logo and you'll be in the live.
That's it. But just make sure you follow them after you watch a free stream.
I would appreciate it.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you on the 19th. You guys take care.